students, welcome to your math lesson of the day. In our previous math lessons, we have been learning about how to write the date in number form. So what are 3 things you need to write the date in number form? You need the month, you need the day, and you need the year. So let's think about what month we are in now. It has the holidays such as Halloween and Columbus Day and begins with the letter O. We are in the month of October. So if we want to hold up our hands and count the months until we hit October, let's do it now. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Now I got 10 fingers, so October is the 10th month of the year. Now some people include slashes or dashes when they write their dates. Either way is totally fine of writing the date. Now we need to focus on the day. Now how many days are in October? There's 31 days, and Halloween always falls on the last day of October, which is the 31st. But today we are on the 22nd of October, so we're getting very close to Halloween, which is pretty exciting. It's almost less than a week away. Or actually, it's a little more than a week away, but we're getting there. And then the last thing we need is our year. So some people write the full 4 digits of the year. Others write the last 2 digits. So we are in 2020, or you can just write 20. So remember, we need the month, the day, and the year. And what day is today? Today is Thursday, which means tomorrow's Friday, and then the weekend. So yay, celebrate, confetti, here's some balloons. Woo, almost to Halloween and the weekend. Okay. Now, in math, we've been learning about how to write numbers in word form. So today we're going to write the words for numbers 0 to 20, because I know we can do it, because you guys were doing great on it in the live class sessions we met in. So we are going to we're going to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to make my eye a little better, and actually I'm just going to redo my 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 13, of course I messed up my T in 13, and then we have 14. Maybe make my N a little better because that looks like an R. And then we have 15. And then we have 16. And then we have 17. And then 18. And then 19. And then 20. We made it to 20. Woo! Party. We made it to 20. So again, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. We did it. Woo! And we just counted to 20 in word form, which is pretty impressive, guys. Really impressive. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Okay, awesome. So today in math, we are in 2.7 in your big idea. So if you want to go to that page and look at the pages in your math book while you watch this video, that's totally fine. And it's so exciting because I've already taught you guys the number line. So that's really cool that you guys kind of are in the head of the game. So we're going to be drawing a lot of number lines in this chapter, or going to be using a bunch of them. So I'm going to begin by drawing a nice number line and then put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm just only going to put from 0 to 10 at this point. But if you want to put it or count through 20, that's fine, but we probably won't deal with a lot of answers that are past 10. So if you just write to 10, that's totally cool. And we're going to pretend that we had 5 pieces of candy. 5 candy. And we just got 2 more red pieces of candy. So we were trying to figure out how many candy we have in total. So we had 5 blue, but we just got 2 more candy. So we're trying to figure out how many candies we have in total. Now remember what I said, if you're in an add-in, we're putting things together or getting more of, while subtraction or minus equations, we are taking things away. Therefore, or that means we're getting closer to 0. But since we're gaining more numbers, we're probably going to go away from the 0 because we're gaining more stuff. So for this problem, we had 5 blue candies, but then your friend or your mom just gave you 2 red candies. So we have more candies now if you count them out. So we have 1, 2. Now we have 7 candies in total. Because remember, we started out with 5, but then your mom or your friend gave you 2 more red candies. And if you want to draw that out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. And if you want to count it out of how many candies you have in total this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah, now we have 7 candies. It'll be different if your mom took away 2 of the 5, which will eliminate more. But since your mom was nice and gave you 2 more, now we have even more candy, which is super fun. But yeah, you can use a number counting method, making dots and count like this, or you can use the number line. Both ways are awesome, but I encourage you guys to try the number line just to see how you like it, because you just have to move your dots as you go along. I'm going to keep my number line guy because I know I'll need him for the next problem I'm going to show you guys, so I'm going to keep him. So we're going to try another example. So we're just going to try a problem. It's not a word problem, or it's like where you're given a scenario like of candy or ducks in a pond, anything like that. We're just going to put 7 plus 2 equals what? Now, the best thing about addition equations, because if you write it like 2 plus 7, like no matter which way how you write addition equations, you're always going to get the same answer. So let me show you. So we're going to focus on the first one. So we put our little dot on the 7 because this, and then how many more times do we have to move? 2 times, and since we are adding, we are going further away from 0. It would be different if we have a minus sign instead, but since we have the plus sign, we're gaining more numbers, which means we're moving further away from 0. So we're going to count up from using the number 2 because of this. So we're going to count 1, 2. And that leaves us to 9. So we have 9. Now I'm going to show you guys this problem too as well. So we have the number 2. So I'm going to put my little dot right here. But since we're adding and not subtracting, we are gaining more numbers. We're gaining more of something. It would be different if it was minus. Well, it will just be wrong if it was minus, but because it's 2 is less than 7, but we won't get into that. But since we're working on an addition, we're moving farther away from 0. We're gaining more of something. We're gaining more candy. We're gaining more money. We're gaining more cake because we're getting more of something. So that means we're moving farther from 0 because we're gaining more of something. So we put our dot at 2 because of this. And then how many more do we have to move away from 0? 7. We have to move away from 7 times. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we both landed on 9. Now, either way, if you want to do it this way or through this way, using addition problems, you're going to get the same answer, but I will recommend if you want to do it the quickest way, I would put the dot on the biggest number. So for example, 7, because you can only move 1 2 times. It's less work, and it was quicker to do the first problem than it was to do the second problem. Because you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then the other problem, you just put it on the biggest number, and then you move 1 2 times, which it was quicker to do this one and slower to do that one. But either way, if you prefer to do it the long way, like either way is totally fine. But the quickest way would be the top method, since you're putting your dot on the biggest number. But don't stress if you have no preference. You're like, okay, like I just want to do the number order. So since it was 2 plus 7, I want to put the dot on the 2. And then move up 7 times. That's totally fine. Because either way will work. Subtraction, it's different. But in addition, it's fine. Now let's try another example. Let's try 4. Ooh, it might be helpful if I wrote something down. 4 plus 6 equals what? Now, remember, like I said, 6 plus 4 will equal the same thing as this problem above, but it doesn't matter. But 6 plus 4, 4 plus 6 will equal the same answer. So let's figure out this answer. Now, if you want to do it the quick way, which number is bigger, the 4 or the 6? If you look on the number line, 4 is closer to 0 than 6 is. So we know 6 is going to be bigger. So I'm going to put a dot on the 6, okay? So if you want to move up 4 times, because we already used 6, now it's time to use the 4. And since we're gaining more numbers, we're moving further from 0. So we're going to go count upwards using the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at that. We land on 10. Let me make that 10 a better. We landed on number 10. Woo! And that is our answer. Now let's try another example. Okay, awesome. So we're going to try 0 plus 5 equals, what is our answer? What is our sum? Let me make that addition a little bit better. Okay, awesome. 0 plus 5. And if you look on the number line, 5 is greater than 0. So we put our dot on the 5 because we want to do the quickest way. But this is kind of tricky since 0 has no value. 0 means nothing. 0 means you're getting no more or no less. So if you do 5 minus 0, you're still going to get 5. If you do 0 plus 5, you're still going to get 5 because 0, you're not gaining or losing anything. So you're not moving anywhere. So that means your answer is going to be 5. So let me show you guys an example. So if this was, for example, this was 1 plus 5, you'll have 1 dot and 5 little dots. But since we're working with the number 0, 0 means like there's nothing. It's just blank. So you just have 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, now I don't since I erased them. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, there's nothing there. If there was 1, you will have 1 dot. If there was 2, you'll have 2. But 0 means nothing. So if you just want to count with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll have 5, and that's your answer. So 0, you're not gaining or losing anything. 0, you're keeping the same number basically. Okay, so let's try one last problem, and then I'll let you guys practice in your Big Ideas math book. Bye-bye, little red dot. Okay, so we're going to try 5 plus 4. So you've seen some addition equations that look like horizontal, and then you see some that looks vertical like this. Either way, no matter how it's written in your textbook, it's going to be the same problem. So you're going to get the same answer for both of these problems. Like 5 plus 4 will still be whatever the answer it is, and then 4 plus 5 will still be the same answer it is, even if it's written in a different way. But, so if you look on our number line, 5 is further away than 4, because 4 is closer, you can tell, and 5 is they're very close to 0, but 5 is one more higher than 4 is. So we're going to put our dot on 5, and since we already put our dot on 5, and since we're gaining, since we're using our addition sign, we're moving further away from 0. So we're going to go up 4 times because of the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, our answer, our sum is going to be 9. So that is our answer. Okay, awesome. And that is all of the examples I'm going to share with you today. And if you have any questions, feel free to meet me in my office hours. But yeah, I'll let you guys practice these in your Big Ideas textbook. You can use I highly encourage you guys to practice with the number line, because the number line is super fun in math. But if you want to do number counting on some problems, or you can even use both methods to double check your work to see if you got the same answer in each method. So you can do the number counting method where you make dots. So let me show you for an example. I lied. I'm going to show you another example because I love the number line so much. So we have 3 plus 2. Which is the same as 2 plus 3, just written in a different way. But you're still going to get the same answer either way. So you're going to try the number line for the first time, and you're kind of nervous about trying it in math, and that's totally fine. Math has multiple ways of solving the one answer, but the good thing about math is you can always use the different method you feel most comfortable with on checking your work. So since 3 is higher than 2, I'm going to put my dot on the 3. And since we already used the 3, we are going to move upward. We're going to move further away from 0 using the number 2. And since we're using our plus sign, we're moving away from 0. So 1, 2. We have the number 5. Now, if you want to do the dots method, so for example, for 3, 1, 2, 3, and then for 2, 1, 2, and if you just want to count out your answer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look, you guys both got the answer 5. So if you're nervous about using the number line, try this method, but always I recommend using the number line, and then if you want to double check your work, use the dots method as well. But if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Talk to you guys later.